Fluid Intel and Chance Encounters.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast of The Ordinary Maverick. This is Ajay, your host, an ordinary maverick sharing real life thoughts, experiences, and maverick tips.
In today's podcast, I'm going to talk to you about aeroplanes, chess, fluid intel, and chance encounters. Chess and how it got me thinking. Who doesn't know about chess, right? It's one of those timeless games played across every corner of the globe by all age groups and in different kind of settings. Played at tournaments, played for fun, recreation, but one thing is common. It is always played to win, correct? Or maybe not. Well, that's our maverick spirit. We play to win and always fall forward. Maybe that's why I connect to chess. We may not win in the traditional sense, but we always come out with something gained. It's often said there's no greater learning for success than failure. Let's see, here's some interesting trivia. Did you know that chess was invented in India before 6th century AD, nearly 1500 years ago, and was initially known as Chaturang or Chaturanga? Legend says that wise men wanted to convince the king of the importance of each and every person in his kingdom, and there was the birth of chess. With the king, queen, rooks, bishops, and pawns. From India it went to Persia, then to Europe, and then spread the world over. One thinks so, how did chess get its name? It was actually a mispronunciation by British merchants. Chess was originally called Shah, which means king in Persian. Shah Mat, which means the king is finished. And then, at some point, with mispronunciation, it became chess. I've been playing chess since I was a child, and I'm pretty sure many of you listening to the podcast have also played the game. What are some of the pluses with chess? There are many, but let's speak about few here. 1. We know that playing chess improves your memory. Isn't it so important to both remember how your opponent has operated in the past and recalling moves that have helped you win before? 2. It's also a game that improves your observation skills. Very important to observe how one's opponent reacts to losing, and then how does that impact on his or her playing strategy. Is there agitation, more risk-taking, calmness? Understanding this helps one strategize better and helps in being better prepared and playing the game well. 3. Chess also helps improve adaptability skills and maximizing an opportunity. One has to quickly adapt to losses and adjust one's strategy. One learns to think on their feet, right? And in some ways, this connects with and taps into our fluid intel. Ever heard of this? It's the ability to consider new kinds of problems and use reasoning to solve them, independent of acquired knowledge. Quite important in today's era of innovation and thinking without a box, and is critical when one plays chess and plays it well. Just 3 of the pluses that I have shared immediately link up with life and life's journey. The lessons learned, the gains made. This brings something to my mind, an incident that took place many years ago. It's about maximizing an opportunity. Just like the chessboard that gives you a chance, and if you're alert, you pick up on it and move it. Life gives you chances too. It's all about recognizing and moving in. Well, many years back, I was starting off on a new career path. Times were really tough. I was literally starting from scratch and was working hard to establish myself. Nothing was quite working out. I was at a checkmate point. Then out of the blue comes a chance encounter on a plane with a senior doctor. Started talking and discovered that there are challenges with the program that the team is implementing. They are all busy doctors and with little time to concentrate on project management. They were considering taking on a consultant and were struggling to find the right person. We spoke some more, and the rest is history. It was the start of an amazing example of public-private partnership, building on the unique skill sets of each partner that contributed to changing the lives of pregnant women across India and the world over. Reflecting back, I now see the link. There was an opportunity, came unexpectedly, but picking up on it, designing something novel, addressing the problem in a unique way, and moving forward showed big impact results. That's chess in practice. Make the most of the opportunities that come your way. And more importantly, keep our minds and hearts open for these opportunities. It's also important to recognize one, right? This won't happen if we only keep seeing the obvious. One must think ahead and solve the problems without getting bogged down with what may have worked in the past. Here's another thought. I mentioned earlier that the origins of chess lie in the game being created to show the king the importance of each person in his kingdom. Well, we've all taken a flight at some point. If not, we have definitely seen planes flying in movies, on TV, etc. When I ask people, who do you think is the most important person when a plane flies? 9 out of 10, the answer is going to be the pilot. Am I right?
But do you know that the plane cannot fly without many critical steps? And there's one key step without which the plane will not move, let alone fly. So isn't the person performing that step the most important person? Now for the big planes that are parked in the airport bay, once pilots have the approval for pushback, that's the term used for the plane to move, the blocks need to come off the tires. There's also a tug in place to help the aircraft back away from the gate. Marshalers holding wands or flashlights help guide the tug. While the plane is backing up, pilots will start up the engines. Before the plane enters the taxiway, pushback drivers will disconnect a pin on the nose of the plane to indicate that all is set. So, the pushback drivers and the marshalers are the most important persons, am I right? Without them, the plane cannot move. They work in tandem with the pilot, of course, to make sure there's a smooth pushback and the plane can now enter the taxiway and then finally the main runway to take off. Isn't that interesting? Such an important job. But not many who travel by plane are necessarily aware of this fact or even think about these people as integral to a successful flight. It's the same in a kingdom, or for that matter, on a chessboard or in life. Each and every person, every player, every tool is important. When these work in harmony and do what they are supposed to do best, it's a surefire recipe for success. I'm always fascinated by this concept. Here's a maverick tip. Just like it is on a chessboard where we make sure every move is thought out, every piece on the board has a role, and every opportunity is maximized and where learnings are reflected on and not repeated. Take the time to chart this out for your life, plan your moves, reflect on all the persons in your life and the roles each one plays. Open your mind and heart to opportunities and always keep learning. Write in your comments, share your feedback. I would love to hear from you. And for some more Maverick tips, do subscribe to the Ordinary Maverick podcast. This is Ajay signing off and wishing you an amazing day ahead. Keep well, keep safe.